I'm in South Bend, Indiana, and thought I'd take a look at this city because this is another one that has a pretty decent crime rate. The population here is about 103,000 people, and it peaked in the 1960s, and it's been declining since then, and then it leveled out in the 90s and has kind of held at the same level since the 1990s. And the population here is 60% white and 25% black. And the poverty rate is 27%, which, as far as like these bad cities go, that's actually not too bad. That's actually probably on the good side, even though it's a pretty high number. We got a lot of closed down buildings. We're on the southern end of it right now. And 61% of the people that live here were actually born here. And there's 6% non-citizens living here. But the 61% that were born here that still live here are likely people that just, well, or maybe people like living here, or people that are just kind of stuck here and they can't get out. So far the city doesn't look too bad. It looks relatively well kept up, at least this portion of it. But it has a violent crime rate 346% higher than the US average. And it's more from assaults than it is from homicides. Their homicides actually isn't too bad, but their assaults are like off the charts. From 2007 to 2019, the homicides were between 6 and 20 a year, which with a population of 103,000, that means their murder rate was between 6 and 20 approximately a year as well. And to give you some perspective on that, Chicago's murder rate is about 25. Minneapolis's murder rate is about 18. So it's not as bad as Chicago, but probably in the same ballpark as a city like Minneapolis would be as far as the homicides go. In 2020, the year of St. Floyd, they had 28 murders, which gave them a murder rate of 27.4, which is higher than what Chicago was last year. Chicago was in around 25 last year. So it's higher than what Chicago was last year in 2020. And between 20 and 25 people every year since 2020 have been fatally shot. That's not even counting people that were killed by other methods. And I always figure that about 80%, for most cities about 80% of the homicides are from gunfire. And that's most cities excluding New York City, which has a large amount of sharp metal objects being thrust into people's bodies that are killing them. And that's New York, and that's one of the only ones that really have a lot of those kind of homicides. For the most part, most cities are shootings, and they're anywhere from 70 to 90% of the homicides are shootings. Okay, this area, yeah, all of this is boarded up and run down through here. That's open, M&V, whatever that was. But so far, the portion that I've driven through at least hasn't looked too bad. That little strip that we just went through, that was the worst that I saw. When I first pulled into the city, it was mostly like, you know, kind of almost like strip mall-ish. There were a lot of gas stations and stuff like that. And we're gonna head towards the downtown. I didn't really look to see what areas of this town were the really bad areas, because it kind of came across that the whole thing was kind of bad. Yeah, these places are all of these on the left look boarded up. It's a decent strip mall though on the right. And that annoying sound is a couple of water bottles in the back that are rubbing together. So I apologize for that. But they are too far back there for me to reach while I'm driving. And the roads aren't very good. So this area doesn't look too bad right here. In through here. These houses actually look halfway decent. South Bend ambulance. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere very quickly, or we'd follow him. Oh, maybe that's where their station is. Yep, that's just where their station is. South Bend Fire. The gas here is super cheap. $2.95. I just saw a sign for $3.09. There was another sign for $2.94. I mean, it's really cheap gas right now. So now I think we're heading in towards downtown. Okay, they got some tall buildings. There's one. What does it say? Liberty Tower. I don't know if that's apartments or what that is. That looked like an undercover cop. So this is the downtown. Doesn't look like too much. Maybe we'll go up one of these blocks. Morris Performing Arts Center. Maybe we'll go up one of these blocks here. This is Main Street. We'll go in more into the downtown and just see what this looks like. So far it hasn't looked too bad. There was that strip back there that the whole block was pretty much closed down. Although this looks like most of this is open. Okay, we'll turn here and we'll drive into the downtown a little bit more. Just check out what the downtown. Wow, this is a decent sized downtown. That Liberty Tower is huge. That little strip mall here on the right, that's actually in pretty good shape. Looks like the road's closed up there. Yeah, this downtown isn't too bad. It's actually clean. Just follow this guy. It's actually really clean down here. That area actually looks kind of nice. This does not come across as a city with a violent crime rate That, what did I say, 347%? Worse than the national average? What did I say? 346% higher than the US average. It does not come across, what I've seen of it at least. Uh-oh, we're about to get on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Okay, now we'll see the real city. I'm gonna be breaking my own rules by driving on it. But this downtown is actually really clean for a city that's got that high of a violent crime rate. So there must be a section of town that we didn't go through that is in pretty bad shape. Yeah, because all these apartments to the right here look actually kind of nice. I got a theater. Looks like a theater there. Well, all that looks closed up on the building on the right. A lot of that looks closed up. There's boards on the building or on the windows. But the bulk of the downtown actually looks pretty good. This building on the right is boarded up all along that side. And yeah, it's all empty. The other side of the street's empty too. And that building right there is empty. The McDonald's, of course, is open. What's this? It doesn't say what that is. That's a really nice building right there to the left. Whatever that building right in front of us is. Looks like a parking ramp on the bottom. I'm going to drive by Notre Dame while we're here. I've never been through here. And so we're going to follow this through till we hit where Notre Dame is. Hospital looks like it's in good shape. This has actually surprised me at how nice this city actually is. Because when I see a violent crime rate of 346%, I don't expect a city that looks like this. And a city that has a murder rate that's around the same as Minneapolis, I don't expect this city to look like this. So either I somehow managed to just drive through the good areas, or I don't know, they're doing something here. Okay, so here's the University of Notre Dame. Founded by the Congregation of Holy Cross. So here's Notre Dame. I just want to see what the stadium looks like here. Yeah, I don't know. I somehow managed to pick a path through the city. Well, it went through the one block, well, actually a few blocks where everything was closed down. But for the most part, for how bad their crime is here, the city actually looks pretty good. And this, I think Notre Dame, actually, I don't think it is in South Bend, so I don't think we're technically in South Bend anymore. Although it's like South Bend adjacent, and this is really nice. This area is really nice. We're just a few blocks away from the stadium. But yeah, this area is really nice. But still, South Bend, I didn't think that there was anything. I didn't think it looked that bad. Not for what I thought it was going to look like. Not compared to like Gary, which looked really bad. think. We're gonna just drive through this campus a little bit so we can see the stadium. Okay, we're entering through the gates here of Notre Dame. You got the cemetery right there. And the stadium should just be right up here. It's the south gate. I don't know if I could even get in there if I turned in there. This is a really nice campus. Notre Dame's in, I think I did this school in the worst cities. I think it's in the Big Ten. I'm not a huge college football person, so if I got that wrong, but I remember this was one of the safest ones in whatever conference it's in. And I think it was in the Big Ten. It was one of the safest ones. Kids walking on the campus. This is a really nice campus. I don't know how I missed this is where it said it must have been in that road that said Southgate. Must have been the one that takes you to the stadium. I'll see if I can pull through there. But this is a really nice campus. Oops, this isn't where I should have turned. I don't know where the stadium is, I guess. But we got a nice tour of the campus. I put the address in for the campus, and this is what it showed where it was. You got some basketball courts over there, but I don't even see where the campus might be, or where the stadium might be. Yeah, they're not letting people in through there. I don't know how you miss a huge stadium. right, so that was a tour of South Bend, which was much better than I thought it was going to be, considering its violent crime rate is as high as it is. And also a tour of Notre Dame University, which is a very nice looking campus. And that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.